I just thought I'd record this quick video to show you what WordPress is all about. So like I said in the email, WordPress currently powers about 25% of the world's websites, so it's a massively popular system. You know, no other system comes anywhere near that in terms of popularity. And for good reason, you know, it's an incredibly versatile, it's a content management system. I mean, some people refer to it as a blogging platform, but it's definitely a content management system and not a blogging platform anymore. It started off its life as a blogging platform many years ago. So this is my website at qwerty-design.co.uk, and this is built obviously using WordPress. It's obvious because I wouldn't be showing you otherwise. And a WordPress website has always got two sides to it. You know, you've got your front-facing side, which is this part, which is what you see, the user sees, and we call this the front end. And then you've got a back end, which is known as the admin, which is WordPress itself. So, you know, using a certain URL, you can log into the back end of my website, and this is now WordPress. And it's just super easy to edit in it. Like this is my blog, say, for instance. So we've got this indispensable apps for Windows. So we'll find that in here. We'll click edit. And you just edit like you would in Word or anything like that. You know, you just literally type in and click update, and it'll automatically reflect straight away on the website. And then you've got pages which make up like the contact page and things like that. But one of the key things about WordPress, I mean, a lot of content management, well, I think every content management system works in the same way, but WordPress uses what they call themes, and they're just ways of skinning WordPress to make it look different. My website uses a theme called Sparks, which is again a paid for theme. You can get free themes and paid for themes. Generally the best ones are paid for, and they're not particularly expensive. They're only about 45 quid usually for a good premium theme. I mean, I can build my own themes. I do custom themes, but to be honest, unless you're quite a big company with a sort of decent marketing budget, it tends to be a bit unnecessary, really. I mean, it can get quite expensive because you have, obviously you're designing, you're coding from scratch, so it can become quite costly to build one from scratch. So I tend to, for a lot of companies these days, I do tend to buy themes and then just sort of customize them to their. I mean, we don't just take the theme wholesale. We do customize it, to your brand and your colours and your logo, and you make it suit your company, as it were. I mean, you can see what I've done with this. I mean, I wasn't going to show you this actually, but I can do. It's I'm just going to show you this theme as it is when you first download it, as I bought it. So this is a theme from a company called Themezilla. I'll just show you what it looks like. It's quite an old theme, is this now, actually, but you can see there what I've done. I've got my logo, my colours rather than this orange colour. I've changed the typography. It's quite a lot different. I didn't like these icons, so I put my own icons in with my own colours, and I didn't like how he'd done this, so I put my little laptops on with my work in, and so it does look quite a bit different to. And some of this comes out of the box sort of customization. Some of it you have to sort of do yourself. But I mean, obviously, I'll do it for you. That's part of the fee that I charge that money for. So that's WordPress in a nutshell, really. So you've got you've got a front end, you've got a back end, and you've got these themes. You've got free themes and paid for themes. But what I tend to do is I buy a lot of my themes from a company called either Theme Forest. There's one called Themezilla, what we've just talked about, and there's another one called Template Monster. So there's loads of choice when it comes down to themes. One of the only things that I would criticise some of the themes are absolutely beautiful on Theme Forest, but some of them nowadays, they're getting so I don't know what's the word really, so versatile that they're getting a bit sort of almost too big. Some of these themes, some of them are almost like content management systems within their own right. Do you know what I mean? So you can create pretty much any look with a lot of these. I mean, it's like this theme called Bezel, and it's about 45 quid. But you can create about 10 different looks from it, 10 different websites from it, which on the surface seems good. And it is good in a sense, but sometimes they just get a little bit bloated, some of these themes. They're almost too big for their own good, because in my opinion, when you're buying a theme, you're buying the theme because you like the look of that theme. I don't buy a theme because I want to create 10 different looks from it, but I mean, that might just be me. It's just my opinion, but I think, like I say, some of them are just getting a little bit bloated now for their own good. They're almost sort of too singing, all dancing. But you see here, how different that looks to my website. So that's all about WordPress, really. So that gives you hopefully a bit of an idea as to what it's all about. I mean, generally when I'm working for a client, they sort of tell me the look that they're wanting and the content they're wanting to put on the website, and then I'll go away then and I normally select something like 3 themes, and between us we sort of decide on the one that we're going to use. But I mean, if you wanted to, go to Template Monster or Theme Forest or Themezilla, or there's hundreds of different ones of websites selling themes, and pick your own theme and then let me deal with it, then of course I can do. I mean, you could just I can just set up a copy of WordPress for you, and you can buy the theme and set it all up yourself if you want to do it that way, And I mean, for that I'll charge you obviously a lot less than the $550 that I quoted in that email. But I mean, I'm not trying to just do this to get work, 'cause I'm busy anyway, so I'm not bothered really. I mean, obviously I'd like to do it for you, but I'm not going to lose sleep if I don't. So if you and Greg want to set it up yourselves, then you can do. But one thing I would say is that although these themes do offer a lot of customization, sometimes just to get that sort of personal touch, it can be quite tricky sometimes, unless you know sort of some CSS and a little bit of coding. It can be a little bit daunting, and to be honest, sometimes even setting up the themes from scratch can be a little bit daunting, because there's two ways of doing it. You can either sort of install their theme on a blank version of WordPress and then try and sort of piece it together how you want it to look, or you can install their dummy data. But sometimes if you install their dummy data, then it can become, you're like sort of fighting it sometimes, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not rocket science, obviously, I won't be doing it, but but it's sometimes a little bit more to it than what first meets the eye, so just bear that in mind. So I think sometimes you're best just start sticking at what you know and what you're good at, and letting someone else do what they're good at. I mean, I work with WordPress every single day of my life, do you know what I mean? So I know it really, really well. And one thing I would say about these themes as well is that they're all slightly different, and they all have their own little foibles, and they all work a slightly different way. And to be honest, sometimes that's half of the battle with these themes. It's like you spend sometimes almost a day getting to know the theme and what it can do and how you're going to use it for your brand. And so, like I say, there is a bit more to it than what perhaps first might meet the eye. You might think, I'll just get a copy of WordPress and download a theme and away I go, which you could do, don't get me wrong, but you won't be doing that in a matter of moments, so just, don't be under that impression. So that's it. But like I say, if you did want to I'd be more than happy to put a copy of WordPress on and you buy a theme and you go for it, on your own if you want. I'm not against that at all, but obviously I would rather, you let me do it. But anyway, this video's gone on for too long now anyway, so hopefully that'll give you a bit of an insight as to what WordPress is all about. Okay, cheers, thanks, bye.